And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
The only one I know here, Lou, take me out to the ball game. Everything else has got some weird name. Flashy back. What's the flashy back? I don't know. So the audio tonic. Oh, what's the audio? We all know this one, all right? Because it's 1, 2, 3 strike defense are out at the old ball game. All right, welcome into it. It's Hump Day, Wednesday, August 5th, the early afternoon. I am Glenn. You know this clown. He is super salty, Lou. But I'll tell you what, Lou, good to see you again, pal. You and I holding down the fort. Eric's going to take a few days off. Little mental. Everybody needs a mental break from this team, Eric. Much deserved. So hang out with your buddies. I think actually, that having been said, I think Eric's actually going to go to a game this weekend. So that kind of defeats the purpose. But hey, whatever. Fill your boots. Giants, 6-0 loss today. Very inconsequential, I'd like to say, Lou. Inconsequential baseball, boring baseball. It's what we expect now. And as I see in your avatar, can we please get one starter? I was going to say off the top of the show, Lou, 6-0 loss. Couldn't get anything going offensively. But, man, with losing Ray, what do we got now, and what do we have pitching-wise for the future, Lou? If these guys, I thought Whisenhunt and these guys were our future. I don't like where the future's headed, Lou. Take it away, pal. Welcome.
Well, first of all, I know we're going to talk about pitching, but I want to talk about our offense this game. We get shut out from a guy who hasn't pitched in 2 years. This guy has not pitched in the majors in 2 years, and he dominated us. With that said, I'm a little confused because Tony V, what the hell is this on the lineup? Why do you have Eldridge leading off? That makes absolutely no sense at all. No sense. Again, another Tony V mystery. Okay. I see Mr. Lee came back after that pretzel move last night where they blew the game. But here's the thing about the Giants. They have come out on fire on this road trip. They win the first game, then they lost 3 in San Diego. They won the first game, they now lose 2. So now 2-5 on the road trip. It's getting bad. The magic number is now 33. So my question is, can the Giants lose 33 out of the next 47 to have 100 losses? To tell you the truth, not that exciting. I still don't know why Adames is batting third. I mean, here, I'm just going to tell you, in case you guys didn't see it, Eldridge, Lee, Adames, Devers, Batsby, or however you pronounce his name, Buddy Kennedy batting 6th, McKay 7th, E. Leonard batted 8th, and then Kavanaugh 9th. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't understand it. I don't care if we have these young guys. I don't want Eldridge leading off. I don't want Lee. Again, I think the lineup is not helping. But when you can't score off a guy who hadn't pitched in 2 years, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, but it's like a minor league roster, Lee. Lou, it's like a minor league roster because you threw those names out there. Kavanaugh, Gilbert, Leonard, Furman, Kennedy, Basabi. Lou, that's double A. That's not even triple A, Lou. That's double A.
Beside Basabi, I have no faith in any of these guys. And then again, all you guys, and the Giants' faith. Oh, God, Whisenhunt. My God, he got torpedoed again. Yeah. How can you get excited about a guy who's 2-3 with an ERA of 7.75, and it should be worse? This is a guy, all I heard is how good he was in AAA. He had a changeup that, oh, my God, might change the world. He is average at best. That's why you guys, all you people in the chat get so crazy of somebody in AAA. And when they come to the majors, it's such a different game. That's why I was still, from the trade deadline, a little bit more disappointed because we had it on the silver platter. Buster could have done more. I don't want the same guys. I don't want the big 3 next year. Why? But, it's one of those things. I see Robert. Oh, it's all about reps. Let me ask you a question. Whisenhunt wasn't good last year. He's not good this year. I don't want to see him next year.
I'm going to argue that point. I'm going to jump on board with you, Lou.
Please do.
To that point. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lou. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's all about reps. Then why in the last few years? Let's go back a few years because I'm a Wilmer Flores guy.
Yeah.
I didn't see Wilmer Flores getting reps. Well, you'll play 2, you'll sit out 2. You'll play 3, you'll sit out 1. You'll play 1, you'll sit out 3. There's no freaking reps in this organization. That's a lame excuse to me because I have seen it with my guy, Wilmer Flores. If you don't get in and play every day, there is no reps, Lou. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lou. I didn't see the reps in the past. I'm not exactly seeing reps now because when they do get reps, you're not getting a solidified spot in the lineup. Where is Lee? Lee may have batted all. Has Lee batted all 9 spots in the lineup this year? Come on. I think that's a lame excuse, Lou.
Well, it's Robert. Robert's, the big Giants' biggest fan. In fact, they should probably have a Robert Rothberg hat giveaway. I mean, he's such a
They should have Robert Rothberg Day.
Yeah. I mean, I completely understand. But,
the one thing
here, I'm just really worried because we are literally probably – they had a chance to trade Webb. That's why I keep saying we should have traded Webb because we have no pitching to begin with. We have no bullpen to begin with. So a huge miss spot by Buster. I know you guys are all, we're so happy what we did. Listen, I think we picked up 8 guys. You guys are all excited about the guy we got for one of our bums from Boston. But why would Boston give up on a guy that was such a high guy? Are you aware now that he might be done for the season? Did you see that, Glenn? The guy we got, the former shortstop, former high pick, something's wrong with him. So now he's getting a secondary. You guys fall in love from a guy no matter what. So I just think it's one of those things where I think we probably have 3 years of just a real bad team. And, I want to see changes. You guys know the Giants, everyone says, oh, don't worry. Because I heard this on Alex's show and when Buster came on, we're going to be aggressive in free agency. Well, you guys cut your crap. How are you going to be? Do you know what a pitcher is going to be? Then you shouldn't have traded Ray and tried to sign him. A pitcher is probably going to be 4 years, $120 million. Giants
but there's no free agent. Who are the free agents? We going to go out and get Robbie Ray again, or are we going to go? Are we going to pull a Marty Laurie? Let's just go get Duvall again.
Yeah,
I don't understand the free agent story too. I think that's the lame duck story or lame duck reporting, Lou, because this really won't be a great class of free agents.
This is the worst free agent class in 37 years. They're saying 37 years. But you know what's great about that? The Giants will use that as an excuse. Oh, well, but you know what? Hey, as of today, a little let down because, the Giants had another golden opportunity to win a series. And, right now, as I say, they're looking October 1st. Let's get the golf game going.
I don't agree, Lou. Robert Rothberg again. I'm going to pick on Robert. Lou and Glenn, the young pitchers need major league experience. No, they need AAA experience. They got to come up when they're ready. This is a team forced to play guys and pitch guys who are not ready, Lou. They're not major league quality right now. So the fact that he says, and again, listen, at the end, I've said to you off here, I hate picking on Robert Rothberg, but he serves this stuff on a silver platter for us, Lou. Yeah. It's fodder for conversation. The young pitchers need major league experience. No, they need minor league experience, Lou. They got to be ready. We had this debate with guys like Eldridge. Bring him up. No, he's not ready. Well, which side of the fence are the fans on, Lou?
Yeah.
They're talking about, we get excited now when we call up somebody from AA. That's wrong, Lou. That is wrong.
It's just like the other night. Everyone's saying, bring up Tugboat. Do you know what's going to happen when Tugboat pitches? He's going to get shellacked.
Yeah.
So, but that's fine. That's again, I think a lot of Giants, I'm going to tell you right now, I got in a huge argument with somebody. I think Bay Area fans might be the dumbest and worst fans in the world. Same thing, the Niners. Niners are never going to win it again right now with Seattle and the Rams being this good. You guys, we have the greatest coach. Niners, get reality, okay? Giant fans are the same way. You're talking about something that happened 12 years ago, Same thing with the Warriors. It's over with. The Bay Area doesn't have anything right now. For the big three, we're not even going to be making the playoffs in any of these things. You guys got to start realizing it's over. And the worst thing about the Giants is the A's are moved. The A's are gone. They're going to be in Vegas in 2 years, and we're still going to have the same disaster. In fact, we're not even close to 500. We're probably, we're now 19 games below. Friday might be 20. This is the team we have. And really, there's no up. When you look up, it's all fuzzy because there's nothing in AAA. You guys think there's people in AAA, but there's not. And what we have is what we have, and it all goes back to Buster. And you guys love Buster because he did sort of a B- on the trade deadline. All this is from him. And the other thing is, we all talk about the ballpark. Let me tell you something. Summer's almost over. This place is going to be empty and it's quiet. Yeah. And
it's
how do I know it's quiet?
Experience.
You live 2 blocks away. You can.
It's no longer an experience, though. Yeah. To me, it's no longer. It's an experience. You know what? It'll be an experience for Liam. Hasn't been there in a few years. Yeah. He only comes occasionally to San Francisco. Maybe that's an experience. But for the season ticket holder or the genuine fan, Lou, I don't care about I don't care about the ballpark, Lou. I care about the product on the field. Lou, if I have a hot dog, if I go over to the ballpark and the hot dog sucks, it sucks. I want quality food in my belly. I don't care, Lou. I want quality. I don't care about when you don't say, Lou, what are you doing Friday night? I'm going to the baseball park. I'm going to the ballpark. Yep. You say, I'm going to see the Giants.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
So these are just excuses. I will give props to Robert. I think Robert, Lou, I think Robert deep down, he just won't admit it. He knows how bad it is. And he's like, well, where is it here? These things move around so far. We got so many people coming in. Props to everybody who joins us. Our numbers have grown recently and the chat's flying. So Robert says, what choice is there? He knows it's bad, Lou. He knows when he writes that. What choice is there? He knows it's bad. The choice was there to trade Logan Webb, I think.
Yeah. And I want to comment to RJ7411. Did you two see the young shortstop for the Yanks? What do you think of that kid? Ready for the big club, future Hall of Famer? You guys got to realize if this kid was as good as you guys make him out to be, the Yankees would never trade him. Yankees would never trade it. Why would they trade a shortstop when we already have 7 in our system? I agree. We have 2 stud international guys who I believe are going to be super good, but they're still 4 years away. That's the way baseball works. It's not like college. You get drafted to NBA and you're there. Okay. So you guys are going to have to be patient. Again, I think the Giants are worse off than before Buster got here. As Glenn would say, there's really no direction. All I hear is how good we are in high A, but guys, that's it. We're in high A, so maybe double A, but we're still 3 or 4 years away of actually even being relic. The Dodgers are going to be there. The Padres are still going to be there. Arizona's better than us. I mean, we're competing against Colorado, who, by the way, they're going to get better. And we're just really, it's bad. It's an ugly situation. And,
I think it's going to get worse. Lou, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I like what you said on the show the other night. Made me laugh, but there's some truth to it, Lou. Lou Marsden, I said, they haven't picked their lane. We know that. I said, they're kind of in the middle. You go, they pulled over and the rest stopped.
And they're stuck there.
I like that. They can't
the rest area.
Can't even get back into traffic, Lou. I had a chance, and I tell you, I like what they did at the trade deadline, Lou, for the future of the team.
But what are they going to do 27, 28, and 29?
But the fact that they didn't make any moves to help the ball club in the meantime while looking to the future, like, I just don't get. Lou, look at you. You already went through today's lineup. This is what you're gonna see, Lou, for a couple of years.
Oh,
It
yeah.
ain't gonna get any better next year or the year after. It's
No.
gonna be some slim pickings, Lou.
But some people are going to say, oh, we'll have Kratman back. Have you guys even missed Kratman?
Who?
And, yeah, exactly. And here's the other thing. If you guys have listened to our show all year and we were sort of negative, especially me, Glenn said we have been blessed that nobody has gone down.
I did.
Now we're in August and it seems like you turn the corner, another giant injury. That's just how it is.
We weren't that good with a healthy club, Lou.
I know. Good call. Good call.
Lou, let me ask you this. All right. We're just, you know what? There's not much to talk about after another 6-0 loss with like a AA team on the line. So we're working the chat. Appreciate you guys joining us today. It's mid-afternoon. A lot of people have to work. You're sneaking in. The boss is out of the office. You're sneaking in. We appreciate that. Lou, sit back. Relax, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, as Eric likes to say, and tell me, I know that Buster has blown this thing, like Jigsaw would say, blown it sky high, Lou. But did you think it would ever get this bad so fast?
Could this be rock bottom?
I knew it would get bad. I knew it would get bad, but this may really be broad. When we see a lineup like today, Lou, this is rock.
I think the problem is, and it's sort of how you use the thing where it's the front of the baseball card. Everybody that's sort of in charge had never done it before. And either they're going to be successful or they're going to fall hard. And they've fallen hard. Yeah. Buster has been a disaster. Mania, who came from, who basically he was an assistant. So now he's the head GM for no reason, just because of his last name. Buddy Kennedy, who we already kicked to the curb earlier this year.
Yeah, that's desperation, man.
Yeah, and the thing I brought up early in this year and last year, I'm sick and tired of them. Let's get a guy because he's from the area. Who cares if he's from the area? Are the Giants that cheap that they want someone from the area so he can stay with his folks? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Nobody gives a crap if somebody's from the Bay Area. It's sort of like when you think of football, you're going to draft a guy from Florida because it's so much better. I tell me beside Bonds and probably Greg Jeffries, who has been a superstar from the Bay Area.
Lou, I gotta look again. Robert, I love Robert. He keeps coming. If you come in with the questions, I'm going to answer them. Robert says, "Didn't you state you wanted younger players?" That's exactly what I want. I want players, Lou, not prospects. I want players. We got our prospects. We got our prospects. Where? You tell me. Answer that for me too. Would you, Lou? Where are young players? We got young prospects. Where are players, Lou?
They're so bad they're not even suspects. It's one of those things. And again, everyone says how great our farm system is. Well, we're watching our farm system come up, and it's disaster.
Yeah.
And again,
Lou, you're killing me. Lou, I need a break. $59.29, Gary. If there's one positive, the drinks are good, Lou. Drop by for a Tommy's Margarita, where they are a proud sponsor. But I'm up with Joe. We can always hit up Goodwill to be a sponsor. This is turning out to be a fun show, buddy. I don't
You
even
know?
know what. You know what? Think about it, guys. We got another just 2 months of this before the playoffs start. We'll have real sports talk live then. But I don't even know what we're going to be. We're going to be dealing with this same crap over and over every single day on the show, Lou. I don't know how we progress into a positive manner. Do you?
I don't know, but I'm reading Cryptic. He goes, I understand the frustration of Lou and Glenn. I mean, they are old and don't have time to be patient. Hey, Cryptic, where have you been the last decade?
There it is.
Where have you been the last decade? This team has been horrible. If you take 2021 away, in the last 11 years, take 2021, which is a mirage, and we didn't even win a series, okay? We haven't made the playoffs. Not only have we not made the playoffs, we haven't even been one game over 500. Not only that, we haven't even had a second half of the season where we've been over 500. It's been a disaster. Ever since Larry Bear got caught having the affair on opening day, the Giants haven't done anything right. You know, you guys, it's like, oh, Buster juice. Everyone was on the Buster juice. Do you know what might have ruined the Giants for the next 5 years? The trade that nobody talks about. When Buster traded for Devers, he traded youth. He got rid of a bad contract. And we've never been the same. We're 39 games below 500 when we were in first place since the trade.
That bad, Lou. Yeah, and then you know what? I always say to Eric, baseball is a game of mathematics and numbers, Lou. The numbers are not lying here, Lou. And I think that was Cryptic was taking a shot. It seems like everybody's taking a shot at Robert lately. Like Robert said on the show just 3 nights ago, Lou. He knows. Numbers? We only have so many years on this earth, Lou. Robert Rothberg says, I don't have much time for a winner. Let's turn this around now. Cryptic, you worried about us? Poor Robert over there says, I might not have much time. We better turn this around. So I think that might have been a shot at Robert, or a little, at least it looked like one to me. We'll getting back to Oracle Park, Lou. Make any difference, or again, do the numbers tell the tale of the tape? We're not very good at it.
Last time I looked, they're going to be playing Detroit, and Detroit, even though they lost their number 1 and 2, let's just take a look. Let's go to the standings. I think they're 7-3 in their last 10. I mean, they have a good offense, but let me just double check. Detroit is 6-4 in their last 10. The Giants aren't going to have to go against Skubal or Mize, but they're still a pretty good team. They have an offense. They have good things. And I think, somebody said, yeah, but Lou, what was Buster supposed to do? Do you know what I would have done if I was Buster?
What's that?
Yeah, you want to get rid of him, but why didn't we? Again, Susak is okay, but why didn't we try to pick up a catcher like what Boston did? I like that better. You got a guy, because right now, here's the problem with the Giants. We have maybe 3/4 of a pitcher, starting pitcher, and that's Webb. Nobody else is good. So I don't even want to talk about our starting pitching. Our bullpen, disaster. We probably have 2 arms out of the 7 that are good. Everybody else stinks. Everybody, we've had a couple
2 arms. Don't even a little unpredictable for me, Lou. I don't even think there's 2.
And again, we did have a couple of flavors of the week where a guy actually got 3 outs in a row, which happens.
Lou, it's become the flavor of the day.
Yeah, that's how bad it's gotten. We have no leadoff hitter.
No.
We have nobody that's clutch. It's gotten to the point now where it's like, I don't know. It's again, last night's game was exciting because the young guys did it, but they didn't win. I want the young guys to bring us a W. And, it'll be interesting because, hey, Friday night, Eric will be there. They're playing Detroit. There's no Skubal or Mize. I don't think there's a giveaway this Friday either. So let's see if they're going to pack the place, because I think now it's going to start being realistic. The question is, do you want to watch a preseason game for football that means nothing, or would you rather spend a couple hundred and go to Oracle Park?
You know how much competition there is now, Lou?
Yeah.
The Valkyries are playing Friday night on the road. They're opening up Chase Center. You can go. And they're giving away free food and Pepsi to get you in the door there to watch they're robbing the blind over there at Oracle Park. They're
So
like,
should I
"Come
go to
on,
Chase
we
where
got
I get free
we got
food?
free food, free drinks."
Yeah.
It's only for season ticket holders, but as you know, Lou, the majority of the fan base there are season ticket holders. So you don't even give them an opportunity to say, "Hey, we're on the road. We'll go to Oracle Park." Nah, keep coming. We're going to put it on the big screens and have a fun day at the Chase Center cheering on the Valkyries. That's where I was last night, but I did get a chance to tune in, catch your show last night, Lou. You guys were covering all the basics, man. Covering all the bases. Same thing every day. Good job as usual. Yesterday, Detroit beat Seattle 8-0. So just because you lose Scooble does not mean the Tigers are like the Colorado Rockies of the world. Or, may I say, the Giants of the world. But even then, Lou, even then, you play the worst team in baseball right now, the Giants, you got a 50-50 chance. There's no better chance than anybody else. Right now, the odds makers in Vegas, we're the underdog every day, Lou.
Yeah,
that's how bad it has gotten. Out of town scoreboard today, Lou. Tampa Bay has beaten Colorado 4-0. Hey, see bad teams, Lou. Colorado Rockies, San Francisco Giants. There's a theme there. They don't score runs. 4-0. They're blanked as well. The Cubs in a wild one. 7-6 Dodgers. Lou.
Sweet the Dodgers.
Tell the folks, I was watching the Giants. You were flipping around with the old flipper there. The clicker was going. You need new batteries for your remote. You're watching so much baseball over there. Tell us a little bit about that game. Apparently it was a wet day, the bombs in the rain, a rainy day, and the ball was flying out of Wrigley. Was that a wild one or what?
Yeah, so the wind was blowing out a little bit, and it was the first time ever where you had a possible MVP candidate lead off the top of the first. Ohtani hit a homer, and then PC Armstrong then started the Cubs with a homer. They each had 2 homers each. Sort of an incredible game. They were waiting for the rain. The rain didn't come until the 8th inning when the Dodgers got within a run. Chicago right now is sort of the mecca of baseball. You got the White Sox and the Cubs. They're both playing really good. And the Dodgers got swept again, but that's what happens when you're 30 games over. They don't care about the regular season. As long as they win their division and they get healthy. And I brought this up the other night. Everyone said, "Oh, the Dodgers are buying. Dodgers did this." You guys, I know you guys hate the Dodgers, but nobody else offered a trade. They had to get him, and he lost. He lost yesterday, 5-1. So even though you get the best pitcher in baseball, and the other thing is, last time I looked, let me take a look. Hold on. No, they haven't signed him for next season. All it is a rental. So, the Dodgers right now, I think, have lost 14 out of 23. But do you see them panicking? No, they're just making sure they're getting ready. They're trying to get healthy. Ohtani's not going to pitch unless he maybe pitches the last weekend. And you know what? How do you get healthy? Oh, they're going to Oracle to play the Giants. So you can probably get healthy before the playoffs. But, yeah, just a crazy game, total playoff atmosphere. And then once it rained in the bottom of the 8th, they didn't care. They were going to play sort of like when the Giants beat the Cardinals. But I think most importantly is the thing about the Giants is they're still not going complete youth like what we want, Glenn.
No, they're in the middle.
They're right in the middle. I don't want to see Chapman if he comes back. I don't want to see him the rest of the year. Play the young guys. Again, it doesn't matter if we're 25 games below 35. It doesn't matter. We're not going anywhere.
And that's why I get upset with Robert when he saw the guys, any of you guys in the chat this afternoon or in present day baseball here, we're talking the trade deadline day. Oh, Glenn, didn't you want to go young today? There was a couple of those comments. Glenn, you said you wanted to go young. Well, why is Adames in our lineup? And why is Devers in our lineup? I mean, listen, we're on the fence here. I thought you guys wanted to go young. But then why is Webb here? And why is Adames still here? Why is Chapman still on our not on our roster per se? But he will be. So this is a team that is still straddling both sides of the fence, Lou. So it's hard to have the conversation with the chat when they're arguing a 1 point, but I can discredit it as easily as they can discredit mine. None of us are right here because they didn't go young and they're not an old ball club. They're right in the middle.
Yeah, they are. And, again, I don't want to see Adames anymore, right? I don't want to see him. First of all, I never want to ever see him at third.
Lou, doesn't he look like he's just collecting a check, man?
It's all he cares about now,
Yeah.
And I know Devers got 2 hits. Okay. But that doesn't thrill me. I'd rather we play all the young guys. If we lose, we lose, but at least it's more exciting.
Yeah.
Adames is nothing. He makes the team worse and he's boring. So that's just
wait,
me.
Lou, go back just off top of your head. Here's a short snapper for you. Now, don't think too long on this. When was the last time you remember Adames with a dramatic Giants moment? Oh, see, he's thinking. He's thinking. See, what?
Are you ready? It was last year, September 1st, when the Giants won, when Ramos hit an inside the park homer, and Adames came out and had to put the Kool-Aid over him during the interview. That was it. That was the last time I saw him be clutch. After the Little League home run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. See, exactly, Lou. So, good ball players, like you say, a good ball player today. I didn't catch it. I'll take your word for it. You say Shohei steps up, does Shohei things. Home run. Then what does Pete Crow Armstrong do? I'll see your home run, and I'll raise it. He hits another, and then Shohei has 2. Those are real ball players. They stand up to the moment, Lou. I don't think Adames is he's not a stand up to the moment guy. He's a show up guy.
So,
and people say, and so is Bailey. You notice guys are in the chat here saying things started to go to admit it. Things went downhill when Bailey left. Things were already in the toilet, Lou. They just hadn't hit the flusher yet. They didn't send the crap down the drain to God knows where, Lou. It was bad then. It's still bad now. And Buster Posey did this.
So here's the thing that I want.
Cranky.
When you think of P. Crow Armstrong, it's only his second year. Do you think of him as a superstar?
I don't, but he's got that talent, Lou.
But he's getting close, right?
Yeah.
He might even win MVP. Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't even had 400 at bats. I mean, he hasn't even played 400 games. That's what I want Eldridge to be like. But he's not that level. You guys keep thinking Eldridge is superstar. Oh, he's great. There's only so many guys that are superstars. It's the same thing with Webb. Oh, no, he's an ace. He might be. Pete Crow is overrated, AC? Have you watched baseball in the last month? Have you even watched the Cubs? Pete Crow might win MVP over Ohtani. But if you think he's overrated, you fit right in with the other Giants people. You guys think Eldridge is, you guys think Webb's great. Again, I said it the other night. Webb is not great. He's good, but he's not an ace. There's only so many guys that are aces. But we always put our own players at such a level. It's a joke, Eldridge can bat 280, and he's never going to be superstar. What chasing the dreams?
But he's not a superstar either.
Chasing the dreams. PCA is not a superstar. Oh my God! What? How can you say he's not a superstar? He's batting 290 with 26 homers, 70 RBIs, on base of 983, and he's a leadoff hitter. All right,
I wouldn't say he's a superstar, Lou, but he's just on that cusp. He's right there, Lou.
Yeah, I could see him being there.
We don't have the problem is they don't know what a ball player. We don't have a Pete Crow Armstrong, Lou.
I mean, everyone thinks Buster. If Buster wasn't a catcher, he wouldn't be he wouldn't be competing to be going in the Hall of Fame. But him being a catcher, he sort of has an edge. Giants haven't had a superstar, and I'm not going to include Bonds because we all know he, did a little bit extra. But beside that, we haven't really had a superstar. That's why people fell in love with Luis Arias, because we haven't really had a solid hitter. We have all these guys that you guys think are good, but they're not. You know,
Lou, we were bringing guys from the Mexican League. They got hurt. We can't wait until our future will change when we get them back. And then Lamont's on the when Lamont comes back, Lou, we'll be better. They think the players are better than they are, and you know what? I'm not even going to argue about it anymore. It is.
I'm sorry, they're not wearing Yankees jerseys. They're wearing San Francisco Giant jerseys.
They're not wearing Yankees jerseys for a reason, Lou.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for the love of all that's good and holy, Lou. Well, there's no game tomorrow. Thank God for that. Praise you, Jesus. And there'll be no morning show tomorrow. And with some of the stuff I'm seeing in the chat right now, Lou, I think it's time to wrap it up. I'll see you Friday, Lou.
Hey, Glenn, do me a favor.
As Eric would say, let's get the hell out of here. I've had enough for today.
Have a great time tonight.
Want to tell the boys where I'm going tonight?
Yeah. You're gonna be seeing Angus Young and the first time ever seeing the great AC/DC down at Levi's. So have a safe trip. Enjoy yourself, take photos, and rock out.
It'll actually be fun, Lou. I'll be thunderstruck tonight. You go to the ballpark and I'm hearing I'm going to the Levi's to hear you've been thunderstruck. I want to hear more. We got to play better. We haven't even had a chat lately, Lou, about the music at Oracle Park. Oh, that's
awful.
Crap. It's a lot of this, Lou.
You ready?
Fire it.
Here we go.
Oh,
Ha!
Lord have mercy.
She failed. Ha-ha.
Ruby, you all right?
Get her up. Get her up.
Yeah, I might see Ruby at the Ruby's one I can see showing up for AC/DC tonight. Wish you were going, Lou. I checked in earlier. You said you've got a good one coming up. You're getting to see.
Yeah, I'm going to be Friday night. Yeah, Friday night I'll be up in Reno for the car show called Street Heat, Street Vibrations, and tomorrow night is George Thurgood. I'm not going, but Friday night my favorite group. The great Blue Oyster Colts playing. And
Where's
yes,
George
I will be sitting. George is playing Thursday night, but he's also sold out. Both shows are sold out.
Oh, I'm going to John Cougar Thursday. I wish I'd have known that. I drink alone. Yeah, with nobody else. That would be a great show.
Oh, yeah, at the bar. Oh, he's great. He's up there in age. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited Friday night. So I'll take some photos.
Appreciate it.
I was lucky enough where I got seats right in the front row, so I'll be enjoying myself and rocking out a little bit.
And we'll see. You know what? It's going to be a grab bag coming up Friday night on Giant Sports Talk Live. Eric's going to the game. I'm going to the Valkyries. Lou's going to a concert. We'll see if even anybody shows up in the chat. Maybe it'll be dead air. We'll go, you know what happens? Was it my computer, Lou? The blue screen of death. Maybe we'll just put up the blue screen in honor of our San Francisco Giants, Lou. Enjoy your concerts this week, Lou. I'm going to have a ball at AC/DC, guys. It got a little out of hand. I got to get the hell out of here. We'll see you Friday, Saturday, or whenever we decide to show up.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.